What's up, YouTubers? Now, man, this the review, for the John Jones versus Dominic Reyes fight, UFC 247. And honestly, this card don't really get like a lot of meat to it, man. It's only a few fights even worth mentioning. Of course, the main card, the main event, and Derek Lewis fight, of course, like the Black Beast, like that's the man. And then you got other fights. Juan Adams, not really known, and Mirsad Bekti. He a good fighter. But let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the John Jones versus Reyes. Now, honestly, John Jones, man, I mean, the man is an enigma, man. He just, his fighting style is just, can't nobody figure this guy out. Like, the only person that's going to beat John Jones is John Jones. I mean, that's kind of what I see, to be honest. But he's fighting Reyes, man. Reyes is the real deal as far as he can give John Jones one of the biggest problems ever, because when you see him in the face-off, Reyes is bigger than John. Now, he don't have the limb extensions, like he's not long as Jones, but he is bigger than John Jones. And as like we seen, John Jones, he clearly had problems with fighters that's bigger than him. Gustafsson, they first fight. Gustafsson almost won that fight. Thiago Santos, that went to a split decision. Even Ovince St. Preux went all 5 rounds with John Jones, and John Jones, he broke his arm with a kick in the second round. And Ovince St. Preux still went all 5 rounds with John Jones. So you have to take Reyes into serious consideration that he can make an upset. And as you've seen these last couple fights, John has, I don't know if it's because he's been a champion for a long time. So maybe I think he's fighting too safe now. John Jones used to be a killer. He was never like a one-punch knockout artist. I mean, that was never his thing, but he could just dismantle you. But when you seen with the Thiago Santos fight, what'd he do? He had too much trepidation to engage with him. I've never seen Jones fight like that. Even with Anthony Smith, like a middleweight coming up to light heavyweight, and they took it to 5 rounds. And Anthony Smith was fighting like a deer in headlights. John Jones supposed to get rid of him. Now, Gustafsson, he did beat the brakes off Gustafsson when Gustafsson got tied. But in between that, you got to think he went the distance with 2 middleweights that bulked up and fight at light heavyweight. Now he fighting a light heavyweight that's bigger than him, younger than him, and you can clearly see in his eyes, he not scared of Jones. At all. A lot of people say it, but I really feel that Reyes is not scared of Jones. And if Jones keep fighting that safe way, Reyes is going to bring it to him. That's just my opinion, man. I mean, but of course, who really wants to bet against John Jones? I mean, like, let's really get real. But I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to say it now. I truly believe that Dominic Reyes is going to upset John Jones. And I seriously, man, John Jones has a tremendous chin, so I seriously doubt that he knock him out. It's possible. I highly doubt it. So I'm going to say Dominic Reyes by decision. Because Santos, you have to think, he tore his ACL, his MCL, his PCL, and he got to learn how to walk again, and he still went 5 rounds with John Jones. And their significant strikes was the same. That's unbelievable. So I'm going with Dominic Reyes. All right. Co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko versus Caitlin Chukagian, whatever. It's not really like much to say here. Valentina Shevchenko, you gotta think, she fought Amanda Nunes 2 times to decisions, and both times most people think that Valentina won. Now she dropped down to drop down division, and she is just. I mean, who's really going to beat her inside the flyweight division? Her opponent is a good fighter. She won 4 out of the last 5. I mean, she definitely deserves where she at, and she's taller. She's bigger than Valentina. But man, let's be real. Valentina is no joke, man. She is really going to she really going to beat this girl. Now, speaking of the size difference, do I really see a TKO? I doubt it, but I see this going to a decision too. Honestly, I mean, this is really a no-brainer, man. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to think in my head, like, what could she do to really beat Valentina? Valentina by decision. I mean, that's all I see. Now, you have an interesting fight here. The next fight, Derek Lewis versus Ilir Latifi. Now, we all know that Derek Lewis, man, he is a powerhouse. He come to you, he plod, and somehow he can hold that power to the 5th round. Ilir Latifi coming off 2 losses. Now he gained weight, leaving light heavyweight and going to heavyweight to fight Derek Lewis for. Ilir Latifi is probably the smallest heavyweight fighting Derek Lewis, probably one of the biggest heavyweights. Derek Lewis is 6'3", Ilir Latifi, they say he's 5'10", but he's probably like 5'8". But he just a ball of muscle. He got good wrestling, and he's strong as an ox. A lot of people thought at lightweight that he would do, light heavyweight that he would do a lot of damage, but it just didn't pan out because he's a small guy. Now he going up. I don't know why he's trying to fight Derek Lewis. But I do see a path for victory for Ilir Latifi because, he always has power. But, he has wrestling. And Derek Lewis, we know that's one of his banes is that he's not a good wrestler. But I've seen dudes get him on the ground. He will sit back, preserve his energy, and then throw dudes up. Just straight throw guys off of him. I don't know how that guy has that type of strength, but that's what he do. So, I rarely bet against Derek Lewis because you see what he did with the Vulcan fight. With last couple minutes, knocked his brains loose, folded him, bashed him, and got the victory when he was just outmatched the whole entire fight. But that knockout power carried him through. So, but I really wouldn't be surprised if Latifi take this by grappling, but I gotta give it to Derek Lewis because it just take one shot and Ilir Latifi is so small compared to him in size. But actually at the face, Ilir Latifi is a thick dude. It just he's fighting a guy that's taller than him and hit harder than him. So, I gotta go with Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, 3rd round TKO. And all right, now you have some other fights that I can throw in there. Juan Adams versus Justin Taffa. Juan Adams just got the brakes beat off of him by by Hardy. He talked all that crap about Hardy, a woman abuser, and I'm gonna make him pay in the ring. And Hardy beat the crap out of him. So that's on him. You can look at Hardy and tell he ain't rap tight, so he had it coming. But Adams is 6'5". He's a big boy. Justin Taffa, he coming off a loss too, but, he a good fighter. But, make a long story short, Justin Adams, man, he's 6'5", and in my opinion, he's a better fighter than Justin Taffa. And the last fight, that I was throwing there quickly is Mirsad Bektic versus Danny Ogg. This is going to be a very competitive fight. Very competitive. Both of them are real good fighters. Bektic, he's fought better competition, so that's why I'm going to give Mirsad like this fight. You know what I mean? He's definitely for better competition. But Danny Ott, man, listen, that he a good fighter. But back to he has more upside to him because a lot of people are high on him. You know, like he got that loss, like against a tough Darren Elkins. And Darren Elkins, man, you know, for some reason, man, he has a knock for getting his brains beat out, and then he wound up beating the other guy, submitting him or doing something crazy because he can take punishment like Homer Simpson. I don't even know, man, who created this dude, man. He ain't human, man. So Mirsad Bektic, I'm gonna say decision because like these guys, they gonna be going at it. You know, so like this was my quick review. I wish this card had more compelling fights on there, but that's all I got for y'all, man. Man, enjoy like the fights. I see you fellas, ladies and gentlemen, later.